Hello everyone, I'm Trevor Vince and welcome to another Tai Chi video, this time filmed at my cousin's beautiful garden in Long Island, New York. Stay tuned to hear my controversial take on teaching the 24 posture Yang style set and why. Let's look at the Tai Chi set performed to the right, and while you're watching, I'm going to talk about stuff. Let me give you my thoughts on practicing or playing with the 24 posture Tai Chi Chuan set. What I think makes Tai Chi so awesome as an activity is that it can simultaneously strengthen the body, mind, and spirit, as you get to focus on all three as you train. There are very few activities that can do this. Yoga is one, but to quote Professor Chen-Man Ching from the book There Are No Secrets, the difference between yoga and Tai Chi is that even if you get it studying yoga, there's nothing you can do if someone tries to knock you off your cushion. As old as Tai Chi Chuan, which translates to the Supreme Ultimate Fist, may be, the form that I teach was compiled in 1956. As I understand it, it is a compilation of postures and movements from many different masters of Tai Chi forms at the time, but mostly from the Yang style of the Tai Chi Chuan set. For brevity's sake, I will just say Tai Chi in this video, but I am referring to this form specifically. The word relax is used a lot in learning Tai Chi, and I believe that this term relaxed means something specific too. I don't think that it means to be loose and floppy like a wet noodle, rather that there is an even tension in the muscles. That is to say, nothing is ever locked out or fully engaged, arms or legs, but one should try to maintain an even tension throughout the body, even the fingers and the toes. So in the process of learning Tai Chi, I have my students focus on footwork and stances, then the arms, then coordinating the upper body, lower body, and waist, then focusing on the timing of the breath. As for breathing, when you are beginning, I think you just need to focus on being aware of when you are breathing. You're going to be busy enough focusing on your arms and your legs. You should be trying to breathe when the movement feels like a contraction of the body and breathe out when you feel like you're expanding. And that's a good start. This is the physical and mental stage of learning Tai Chi. The learning process stimulates both the body and the mind, getting them to work in harmony together. Once all of that starts to become comfortable, the spirit side can be approached if you desire. This is where it can get esoteric with the idea of cultivating your qi, collecting it in your dantian, and sending it throughout the body. At this point, you've been able to use your body, mind, and spirit together. Spiritual benefits include inner peace and connection. It is one of the few training systems out there that allows you to meditate while moving. Tai Chi connectivity brings with it a greater understanding of yourself, your mind, and your body. As you develop in your practice, you can learn to expand that connectivity outward, connecting with your environment, people, and eventually the world around you and beyond. So my friends, if you've been watching this far, you already know my controversial take on teaching Tai Chi. I break with the traditional method of teaching this set, which is to commence to the left and perform the form only in one direction. This whole video is about doing it to the right. My training in Filipino martial arts in Bagua showed me the importance of training both sides of the body equally. If the reason you want to learn Tai Chi, and this case holds for most of my new students, is to improve your balance, then I cannot think of one argument to not teach this form in its mirror image. There are many postures that repeat, this is true, but there are also many that do not. And one group, for example, of postures that do not repeat are the ones that require a transition from the forward stance to the empty stance. This is white crane spreads its wings, playing the lute, high pat on the horse's back, and needle at the bottom of the seat. If you only practice this form traditionally, your left leg never gets an opportunity to bear any weight and work. I hardly call this a balanced way to train your body. My other controversial take when it comes to teaching Tai Chi is to not be so rigid in my requirements of my students. Specifically when it comes to positions of your arms and legs for each posture, the method of transitions between the postures, and the distribution of your weight on the unevenly weighted stances. So when I teach Tai Chi, I have my students focus on principles of movement, not rules. Just to give you an example, when I teach the empty stance, as in white crane spreads its wings, I focus on just having more weight in your back foot than the front. It might be 90% on the back foot and 10% in the front if you're feeling strong, or it might be 51% on the back and 49% in the front if you're not. My students can make it as easy or as hard as they like, and they're discovering themselves. Here are some other principles that I also encourage my students to focus on, just as an example. You want to keep your spine straight and erect throughout the form, pulling down on the pelvic bone and pulling up on the top of your head. As you step, you want to make sure that your toes and knees are in line with each other. You want to make sure that your back heel is flat on the ground for most of the form. Your elbows should guide the engagement of the shoulders, and your waist should be twisting but without moving the hips. And those are just a little example. As someone who has been teaching Tai Chi for health for many years, I believe that the point of learning Tai Chi is to get a little bit better every time you practice. Unless you are training to compete in a tournament, no one is going to care how low you sink and snake creeps through the grass, or whether you can pick your foot up off the floor or get your knee above your waist in cross hands and kick. If you are trying to learn, putting in the physical and mental effort already, which can be frustrating all by itself, the addition of a demanding, exact position will just prevent more people from experiencing the benefits of Tai Chi and practicing. So I encourage my students to find themselves in the form, not try to look like me or anyone else. The point is to have fun and progress, not to be perfect. If you have made it this far in the video, thanks for listening to me, I appreciate it. Please feel free to like and comment below. Do you agree with my methods or not? If so, why? So now, stay with me as I take you through the 24 posture set again to the right. This time I will only have a soothing music track and my breathing for audio. Let's call it ASMR Tai Chi. If you want to follow along, feel free. If you want to just watch and chill or just fall asleep, that's fine too. Let's get started. ASMR.